In a quiet suburban neighborhood, a seemingly ordinary house stands with its white paint peeling and curtains drawn. It's the kind of place that looks like it could be home to any average family, but beneath its surface lies something far more sinister. The house has been abandoned for years, yet strange lights flicker behind the windows at night and eerie whispers echo through the halls when no one should be there. The story begins with a young woman named Emily who recently inherited the house from a distant relative she barely remembers. She's skeptical about the stories people tell about the place, rumors of disappearances, unexplained deaths, and shadowy figures watching from the upstairs window. But Emily is practical, grounded in reality, and not easily swayed by urban legends. She decides to move in anyway, hoping to make the house her own and finally feel rooted after years of drifting. At first, everything seems normal. The house creaks as old houses do, and sometimes the wind howls through broken shutters. But soon, small things begin to unsettle her. Doors open on their own. The temperature drops in certain rooms without explanation. A cold breath brushes past her ear when she's alone. At night, she hears footsteps above her, though the house has only one floor. Emily tries to rationalize what's happening. Maybe the house has faulty wiring or loose insulation causing drafts. Maybe it's just her imagination playing tricks on her in a new, unfamiliar place. But then the disturbances grow stronger. Her phone loses signal whenever she enters certain rooms. Mirrors crack without reason. And worst of all, she begins to see them, faint shadows flickering in the corner of her vision, always just out of reach. One night, she wakes up to find herself standing outside, barefoot and shivering, with no memory of how she got there. The front door is locked from the inside. That's when she realizes something isn't right. Something is pulling her into the depths of the house, drawing her toward whatever dark secret it holds. Desperate for answers, Emily starts researching the history of the property. She discovers that decades ago, a cult once used the house for rituals, summoning entities they believed would grant them power. The cult vanished mysteriously, leaving behind cryptic symbols carved into the walls and floors. Local authorities never found any bodies, and the house was eventually sold off, forgotten by most. Emily finds some of these markings hidden under layers of paint and wallpaper. As she uncovers more, the activity in the house intensifies. She feels a presence pressing against her chest at night, suffocating her until she gasps awake. Her dreams become vivid and terrifying, images of hooded figures chanting around a fire, of blood dripping down the walls, of a door opening into endless darkness. She contacts an expert on paranormal phenomena, a man named Dr. Langston, who claims to have studied similar cases before. He warns her not to stay in the house any longer. It's not haunted, he says. It's aware. But Emily refuses to leave. She wants to understand what's happening, to confront the evil that lurks within those walls. Dr. Langston reluctantly agrees to help her investigate further. They set up cameras, audio recorders, and thermal sensors throughout the house. What they capture is chilling voices speaking in dead languages, shapes moving where no one is present, sudden drops in temperature that can't be explained. One night, they catch footage of a figure standing at the foot of Emily's bed, watching her sleep. When they play it back, the figure turns toward the camera and smiles. Terrified but determined, Emily pushes deeper into the mystery. She begins experiencing blackouts, waking up in different parts of the house with no recollection of how she got there. She finds writings in her own handwriting that she doesn't remember doing, symbols, warnings, pleas for help. The house is changing her, altering her perception of time and space. Dr. Langston suggests performing a cleansing ritual to drive out whatever force is manipulating the house. But when they attempt it, the house fights back. Lights explode in bursts of sparks. Windows shatter. The air fills with screams that don't belong to anyone living. The ritual fails, and Dr. Langston vanishes without a trace. Now completely alone, Emily descends into paranoia. She sees reflections of people who aren't there. Her own image in mirrors distorts, twisting into something monstrous. The walls bleed and doors lead to places they shouldn't. She begins hearing her name whispered from inside the walls, calling her deeper into the heart of the house. In a final desperate act, Emily decides to uncover the ritual that started it all. She finds old journals buried beneath the floorboards detailing the cult's beliefs and practices. According to the texts, the house was built as a gateway, a conduit between this world and another, darker realm. The cult tried to control the entity they summoned, but it consumed them instead. Realizing the truth, Emily understands that the house isn't just haunted, it's alive. It feeds on fear, on memories, on pain. And now it wants her. She tries to escape, but every door leads her back to the center of the house. Every window shows her a reflection of herself, trapped in an endless loop. The house closes in around her, warping reality until nothing makes sense anymore. In the end, she finds herself standing in the basement, surrounded by ancient symbols etched into the stone walls. A door appears before her, one she's never seen before. It opens slowly, revealing nothing but darkness beyond. She steps through. The screen cuts to black. Weeks later, a new family moves into the house. They're unaware of its past, laughing as they unpack boxes and hang pictures on the walls. Outside, the sun sets peacefully over the quiet suburb. Inside, the house waits. And somewhere deep within its walls, a whisper stirs. Welcome home. The credits roll. As the film ends, a faint sound echoes from the speakers, a slow, deliberate knock coming from beneath the floorboards. Then silence. And then another knock. Louder this time. Closer. Waiting. Forever.